Nagpunta sila sa Supreme Court para i-temporary restraining order, no, yung arrest ni former president. No, ang one of the petitioners is the former president, another one is a senator. And ang gusto nila i-overturn ng Korte Suprema ang arrest because sabi nila the government went overboard in cooperating with Interpol. No? Sabi nila hindi daw tama yung proseso, illegal yung arrest. Ano ang ruling ng Supreme Court? Sabi ng Supreme Court, yung petitioner did not show sufficient cause na meron silang right to be protected. And they recognize that valid yung warrant of arrest. Yung sa senator, sabi nila premature. Ang pag-file mo ng petition, wala ka namang warrant of arrest. Bakit ka nakikisawsaw dito sa petition na ito? Hintayin mo muna na mag-warrant of arrest ang ICC saka ka pumunta dito. Again, the Supreme Court said hindi naman bound ang ICC. Isundan ang Roman Statute kasi nga hindi na naman tayo miyembro ng ICC. At saka, when Duterte voluntarily rode the plane, winave niya yung question of illegality of arrest. Nagkaroon din ng Supreme Court petition yung anak ni former president, yung daughter at saka yung anak, but they will have the same ruling. No? Sabi nga, how can the Supreme Court enforce whatever order or ruling that they have doon sa ICC? Wala pong jurisdiction ang Supreme Court and other Philippine courts sa ICC. Of course, yung estoppel na tinatawag, nag-submit ka na sa jurisdiction, wala ka ng basis to claim na defective yung mga warrants that were implemented. Was the ICC warrant really defective? At meron nung Latin phrase, male captus bene detentus. No? Wrongly captured, well kept. According to this doctrine, kahit na wrongful yung arrest or even if it was an abduction, it does not negate the validity of the detention or imprisonment. So kahit mali, kahit na illegal yung arrest, kahit na ano pang pagkakamali ng PNP, ay hindi niya na-nullify yung arrest conducted by the PNP. Ito yung kaso ni Thomas Lubanga Dilo doon sa Congo. And this Dilo was arrested sometime in March 2006. Parang si former president, March din. And ang crime niya is he was using children under the age of 15 for war, for hostilities. He was sentenced to 14 years in prison. And ang isang depensa niya, mali yung arrest ko. Nagkamali ang pulis sa paghuli sa akin, but ito yung decision ng ICC at sabi nila kahit na defective ang arrest, hindi niya ina-nullify yung jurisdiction ng ICC. Since nasa custody ng ICC si former president, he will remain there. Ang purpose lang ng confirmation hearing is to determine kung siya ngayon, ikaw ba si Rodrigo Duterte, baka naman si Willie Nepomuceno, yung kanilang nahuli o ibang artista. So that is one. Another is to inform the president of the crimes that he is being charged with. No? And of course, another is to determine the hearing. He was asked if he understood English or he needs an interpreter. At sinabi niya, he understands English. Tinanong kung siya nga itong pangalan na ito. And then, the ICC set the next hearing for September 23, 2025, 6 months. Nasaan si Presidente during all this time, he will be under detention sa Hague. Pwedeng ma-release ang Presidente habang dinidinig ng kaso provided na hindi siya flight risk, provided na wala siyang gagawin na obstruction or pananakot ng testigo. Pag na-release siya, interim release, pwede ba siyang umuwi ng Pilipinas? Hindi po. Doon lang siya. Siguro, hanap ng bahay doon, lalagyan ng ankle alarm, no? Mamamonitor ang kanyang movement, pero hindi siya pwedeng umuwi ng Pilipinas. Since he is president before, pwede bang i-invoke niya immunity from suit? Hindi ho kinikilala ng ICC ang immunity from suit. Sa totoo lang, ang Philippine government, kailangan bang isurrender ang si Duterte sa Interpol at sa PNP? From the point of view ICC, dapat yes. Kasi meron tayong obligasyon, no? Kasi nga, ang mga crime were committed before withdrawal. No? Siyempre, sa ngayon, domestically, discretion yan ng Pangulong BBM. So, ang desisyon niya is to surrender Duterte. That is his discretion. Pwede rin bang mag-refuse si BBM na hindi surrender si Duterte? Yes, if that is his decision, pwede rin. But, moot and academic yung discussion natin kasi nga sinurrender niya. No? Kasi legally, wala naman tayong binding treaty or domestic legal obligation para isurrender siya. No? Pero meron nga tayong batas, RA 9851. Pag hindi tayo nakikooperate sa ICC, anong mangyayari? Meron mga sanctions. Diplomatic, economic, sanction, pati reputasyon natin internationally, baka maapektuhan. Pag na-convict si Pangulo, of course, we're talking about trial, magbibigay ng ebidensya ang prosecution, magbibigay ng ebidensya ang depensa. Pag siya ay na-convict, what is the penalty? Ang maximum penalty is 30 years in prison. Aside from 30 years in prison, kailangan magbayad siya ng reparations, danyos doon sa mga biktima. Saan siya magsaserve ng sentence? Pwede ba sa Davao? Hindi po pwede. Doon siya magsaserve sa Hague, sa Netherlands. Pero, pwedeng i-assign ng ICC yung country na miyembro tatanggap sa kanya. So, kung anong country ang magsabing dito na lang siya, mag-serve ng 30 years, they will evaluate and then they will grant that. This is not the first time na may mga head of state na convict or na-investigate ng ICC. Doon sa Sudan, yung si Omar al-Bashir. Doon sa Ivory Coast, si Laurent Gbagbo at marami pang iba. Under investigation, si Putin ng Russia at si Netanyahu ng Israel. Ano ang role ng mga biktima dito? Mga human rights organizations, pwede silang mag-present ng evidence doon sa ICC.